Okay, so if you ever watched WWE before, you probably might remember the name Ted DiBiase Jr. That's right, he was part of the Legacy together with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. And me personally, that was personally my favorite ever WWE stable, or one of my favorite WWE stables would have to be the Legacy. Still remember their rivalries with with Triple H. I remember I think Shawn Michaels was also part of the rivalry at one point. So obviously watching the Legacy, they made the WWE very interesting to watch. But now I just found out that the former Legacy, or the son of the $1 million man, Ted DiBiase, has been charged in a welfare scandal involving Brett Favre. That's right, basically out of Mississippi. Now obviously I am kind of familiar to an extent about the Brett Favre case, where Brett Favre was also, I guess, accused of doing similar things, if I remember correctly. But anyways, so now he's been charged with so now Ted DiBiase Jr. was charged with misappropriating millions of dollars in federal safety net funds intended for needy families and low-income individuals in Mississippi, according to the Department of Justice Office of Public Affairs. So basically, it seems like here that Ted DiBiase thought he was going to get away with basically trying to steal money intended for the poor. This is really what it's about, and I don't know what to say about this, but this is a very scummy thing to do, and I don't understand what Ted DiBiase was thinking, but it's just, he just put himself, I think, in quite a bit of legal trouble, or I guess a lot of legal trouble. But of course, it really depends if he's going to be able to beat this case or not. So yeah, I'm wondering if he has a good lawyer, because obviously this is something really serious. I mean, we're talking about stealing money where the money was intended for low-income families. You just don't do that. I'm sorry, but to steal money intended for low-income families is such a really horrible and just a scummy thing to do. Like, seriously, I don't know who the hell does that, but such a really evil thing to do. Just think about it. Do you not realize how messed up this is? You're basically taking money that's intended for low-income families that really need that money, just to feed their kids, for example, buy them clothes, buy them, stuff and all that. And for you, despite you already having a lot of money, and for you to still get out of your way and still think you can do that is just, it's unexplainable, really. But he apparently, according to the article here, I guess he's accused of funneling millions of dollars from two charity organizations who received money from the Emergency Food Assistance Program and the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families efforts. So it says here that he received the money via two businesses he had set up, and he bought a boat, a car, and put a down payment on a house. But in 2020, the federal government attempted to seize DiBiase Jr.'s mansion in his Madison, Mississippi home after he was suspected of being part of the welfare scandal. So obviously, this welfare scandal, it's tied to to former NFL quarterback Brett Favre, and basically it looks like Mississippi now is cracking down on all the people that are involved in this scandal. So basically, says here that the state of Mississippi is investigating individuals who funneled away $77 million from programs intended to help families in need. Favre has not been charged with a crime, but is named in the state's lawsuit for directing money to the volleyball program at his alma mater, among other activities. He has paid back $1.1 million he received for a speaking engagement and wants his name removed from the lawsuit. So among the charges filed against DiBiase Jr. are 6 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of money laundering, and 2 counts of theft concerning programs receiving federal funds. The former WWE wrestler could face up to 120 years in prison if he's found guilty on all counts of wire fraud. The other charges carry up to 65 years. His brother pleaded guilty last month to 1 count of conspiracy to defraud the government, but is not expected to testify in the ongoing case. Now, of course, if you guys remember, this reminds me kind of in a way of the Elizabeth Holmes thing, where she was found guilty of running a fake, a fake medical sample company that basically, falsely gave people, I guess, blood test results or something. So this is really what this kind of reminds me of. And, I honestly don't know how Ted DiBiase is going to beat this case here, because, you look at Elizabeth Holmes, she was found guilty last year, and now she's going to be reporting to prison. So it doesn't look good here for Ted DiBiase, but it's just really sad to see somebody go down this path, especially for a guy that I used to watch in the WWE that I really, enjoyed watching as part of the Legacy with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. This is just a really, terrible thing to read. Not gonna lie, I don't like waking up or reading news like this, but, you know, I feel like it's important to share news like this because it's like, you know, stealing money for intended for poor income families is a really horrible act to do. Like, people don't realize how really horrible it is, you know, and for somebody to do something like this it's terrible. But yeah, so I wonder if Ted DiBiase is actually going to be able to find himself a good lawyer to beat this case or not, considering that his dad, you know, is a WWE legend. I imagine he's definitely got some connections right there to, you know, find a lawyer that might maybe help him beat this case. But now it's not looking good for Ted DiBiase. So yeah, let me know what y'all think about this.